All right, everybody, welcome back. This is the Voices Podcast. I'm your host, Adham.
Yo, what is going on? Who is this? What's up, Brandon?
What's poppin'?
I didn't tell you to press start.
Oh, okay.
I'm
just trying to, get you going a little bit.
He trying to get that clout. He trying to get some viewers on deck. How's everybody doing, by the way? This is my boy, Brandon. I used to play football with him on the same wrestling team as him with the Skyline.
One of my biggest, most irritating teammates.
I knew he was going to bring that up.
This man, I don't know if y'all can tell, he's strong.
Look, that's what these puppies out here were for.
So,
I'm a strong man.
Practice wasn't easy. It wasn't just practice. It felt like full-time games every time.
It's so funny because I was on the wrestling team. We were two different weight classes.
Oh
I think I was 135. He was
185.
185, and he was built, and I was kind of skinny, but yeah, people used to walk in. I'm like, they always see us going at it, and they're like, "Why you guys hate each other?" I'm like, "Nah, it's just how me and Tig is just."
It was never hate, bro. I promise you. You keep saying that, but it was your energy. You was always hyped, which gave me the challenge that I needed. Because hey, we did a lot of gassers.
A lot of gassers. If you was on the football team on Skyline,
running,
they know
running.
All right, so I just want to say thank you so much, Brandon, for coming here. Seriously, he's also one of those people I hit up right away, wanted him on my podcast. So it's always a blessing to have good people here. So I really hope this podcast is going to be interesting and shed some light. So as you guys can see, the title is Creating a Balanced Life in a Turbulent World. So pretty much gives, what we're going to talk about. So before I get into my topic, I just want to get, Brandon's story, of course, because, it's so important capturing people's stories. So I wanted to ask, how is life, brother, since graduation, in the new world?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I bet it is.
Damn, you're going to get some water going.
Get some water going.
I would say I had a great structure coming from the discipline of the football training, wrestling, just teamwork activities. It's just
interesting.
Kind of carried me into being the person that I am today. So my focus and my drive, it's there, but it's really just life itself is more of a challenge, considering you want structure, you want consistency throughout all aspects, but you understand spending time with family, friends.
Got you.
All these different avenues that really show you how you enjoy yourself.
Wow. That's deep.
It's hard to find that balance, considering there's a lot of people getting sheltered just spending time on social media instead of gathering as a group. So
that's very interesting. That's why recently I've been trying to be more active on social media, with my YouTube and stuff. And I didn't realize how much of a toll it was taking on my body and my mind. I know I always had an Instagram, but I've never just been on it consistently. So I really find that interesting because with finding a balanced life in this world, we have to give up certain things that we're on every single day. There's 24 hours in a day, but most of that time we're used, sleeping. So I'm happy he brought up family, because to me, that's what brings balance in my life, having my family around. So thanks for bringing that up, Brandon. So Brandon, what do you do for a living?
I drive trucks.
Drive trucks. Oh man.
Class A. That's it.
I cannot drive too long. If I'm in that thing for more than an hour, I'm tapping out.
If you're getting paid for it.
That's true. Yeah. If you get
traffic is your best friend if you're getting paid by the hour.
Man, and a lot of energy drinks, I'm pretty sure you take.
Hell no.
Oh, good, because I know them. I have some friends that that I know who drive trucks, and them Monsters and Red Bulls and them Frappuccinos, they keep them going,
Sometimes, but honestly, for the most part, that's only if you're trying to get them hours in.
Yeah.
It just depends on if you're getting paid hourly versus people that just get paid by the job. That's the ones where they gotta really be on it, because the faster they get it done, the more money they can go make later. My hours is all consistent, so if I'm working
overtime
an hour,
too.
I'm getting paid.
Don't you get paid a lot overtime for trucks and stuff like that? Okay.
All right. Really, those bigger jobs, the people that do those jobs, Oakland to Texas kind of job.
No.
Bruh, you getting paid off the rip for just making that travel. It don't matter how many hours.
Wow.
So
As long as you
why
get there.
people do it.
As long as you get there. Hey, as
Get
long
the
as
product there.
Hey, if the money's at the end of the tunnel, hey, I'll do what I can.
You know I'm a hustler.
All right.
Sometimes they pay you beforehand too, because they need you to actually make it there, so they got to keep the gas.
There's a lot of that stuff that goes with it too, I'm pretty sure. I really don't want to talk about gas because we can see how it is right now in California. Man, I don't know. Hey, Biden, if you're watching.
Of somewhere between 700 billion and $1.3 billion.
Can you help us out? For real, like it's getting really, really rough.
You ain't gonna do it.
I'm gonna have to like get a camel or something, like a horse. I'm gonna go old school. All right, so my next question. How would you describe yourself to someone who doesn't know you? And I also put, do not lie, like be honest. Like if you had to talk to someone's like, who's Brandon? Be honest, like, you know, very short, be blunt.
It's just, that's not an easy question.
It's not an easy question. I'm just trying
I got a balance of energy, right?
Okay.
I can be socially aware, but at the same time, I'm a hermit crab, bro. I can just go right back into my shell and be cool. That was mine.
This was yours?
That's mine. So?
Sorry.
Don't get yourself twisted up. There you go.
Do not drink the same bottle. Not good.
We waterfall after practice and stuff like that. But,
Yeah,
you know, that's only if somebody brought juice or something.
Yeah, you know how that be. We just literally just drank a whole gallon of like just juice right now because we're kind of like not nervous about the podcast, but I'm like, he's just telling me take a couple deep breaths. I just want to say, like, anyone who's starting a podcast, the hardest thing is getting your composure. Like he was literally like telling me to calm down because I'm over here like we're at the table and I'm like, all right, Brandon, let's make sure, you know, we don't do too much. He just told me, just go with the flow. So that's something he would always tell me in high school too, like just calm down. Cause I always had anxiety. That's one thing about me. Every sport I played, I had a lot of anxiety. So yeah. So
that's why I like football though. I didn't have to have my identity. I became Tig because of football.
Do you want to tell the chat who Tig is? Cause yeah, like I didn't want to say this is Tig. I had to say this is Brandon, but everybody from Skyline knew him as Tig.
Shout out to all my Titans out there, you know. But yeah, I became Tig because. Shout out to Blackwell,
Coach Blackwell.
Y'all the truth right there.
Man, if the coaches watch my podcast,
we're gonna get him on here.
That would be amazing.
I'm gonna hit him up. I got you.
Right, but I hope they don't make us run anymore.
They can't.
It's not gonna happen, but
they can't.
You know, I never know.
All right, so one day we running gassers, of course, because that's all we did.
We about to make some nostalgia.
We just introducing ourselves to the coaches because the coaches want to know who we are. One particular coach, Blackwell, is just hanging around the running back group because I wanted to be a running back.
Hey, by the way, he used to play for the NFL.
Oh yeah, Will Blackwell, Steelers.
Steelers, yo.
Third string wide receiver.
Yo, you gotta give him his respect where he need. Come on, he gonna be like
Tig.
He'll get mad. He'll be like, Tig, how come you didn't tell everybody who I am?
He was an excellent coach, but boy, he will push your buttons. So we're at practice running gassers. Coach Blackwell comes up to me. It's like, what they call you?
How you not remember my goddamn name?
Right? I'm like, name is Brandon. Like, what's your nickname? I'm like, Brando Tigger, right? So he just starts saying, Brando Tigger. Oh, you gonna tap? Tigger be tapping, huh? And then he just starts creating the biggest set of T's that you could put together as a rant. So it was Tender Tapping Tig on Tuesday. So imagine running every day, right? You know, you get tired because you running a lot of gassers, but you can't tap out if your name is Tig. So
oh God.
It didn't matter where he was walking down the line, he would find me. And then he would just say, you gonna tap out? Is it Tuesday? Is it Thursday? You tapping on a Tuesday.
Oh my God.
Tig gonna tap out.
Are you tapping out?
That's how I became Tig. And you know what? I couldn't tap out.
It's sad because he'll be talking to us, the team. He's like, hey, y'all, what's today? And everybody be like, it's Tuesday, coach. And then everybody just started roasting on Tig. But I do have something to say. I swear, like, I witnessed this. There was a time where, like, our coach was getting on Tig. Everybody was calling him, you know, tapping Tuesday Tig and whatnot. But I swear there was a stage where Tig went crazy on the field. Like, I hope I can get some of his clips, but Tig was a hitter. Like, there's a lot of anger. He's
hit people.
Yeah, so like I know we used to pick on him, but Tig had some energy behind them shoulders. I'm pretty sure they're all worn out now. But
y'all say I was big back then. I didn't feel it, bro.
Really?
I always thought I was small.
Nah, he was bulky. He was scary looking, to be honest. Like,
but if I hit you, it was because I needed to hit you, bro. You wasn't about to get away without feeling some shoulders, you know? Shout out to my boy Najee too, bro.
Najee.
That's the man that showed me, being small, you can still take somebody air.
Hey, man, bro. I
caught
like that.
the coldest punt of my life. Lost all my air. Oh my God.
The worst is getting stingers too. Like, getting hit so hard and your whole arm is like, I can't describe.
Charlie horse though?
Yeah, Charlie horse too. Like,
just feeling that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Man, sports is it's nothing to play around with. So we're going to the next question. What is your biggest fear?
I don't have one.
Stop. You capping right there, bro.
Okay. I covered in my podcast before, like, fear stands for false evidence appearing real. So I think he just tapped in on my podcast, and I think he just took some notes.
It's just, I've had experiences in life where you just realize getting here, being here, spending your time having a fear is not really going to help you get to where you need to be.
Wow.
But that's easier said than done though, because there's a lot you could be concerned about, but
it's a lot.
Every day isn't a guarantee. So
especially what's going on today with like the whole Israel and Palestine. Like, I told myself I wasn't gonna bring this up. Like, I really but I had to. Like, I really wanted to break it down. But it's just, we think that what's going on across the world is not gonna have any effect on us, but all it takes is one person to press a button and it cause a whole lot of destruction. So I just want to say, let's just pray, you know, like, at the end of the day, like, there should be no war, there should be no fighting, but it's just very unfortunate for us to just be here somewhere safe and sound and just seeing people getting bombed and being taken away from their homes and whatnot. So I just pray that if you guys have any family members there, that, you know, praying for you guys and hope everything goes well. All right, so I want to move on to my next question. This question, I really had to throw it in here because I love asking this question. This is, like, to me, the best icebreaker. So Brandon, if money and time were no objects, what would Mr. Debose Jr. be doing at this very moment?
Probably what I'm doing right now, man. Just spending time with my people.
Oh, man, I swear I know he was gonna say that. That was not on script. Hey, that's what's up. I appreciate that.
You gotta show love to the people that, you know, their energy is good around you.
I gotta see what he bringing to the table, and then I can, like, match his energy.
Yeah. So when it comes down to what I would be doing, I would definitely be spending time with the people that I could. If I'm not spending time with them, I'm definitely gonna be doing something productive, whether it be, you know, video games or fixing stuff around the house, just learning whatever I can learn. Really, bro, knowledge is one of my favorite things.
Knowledge is stronger than belief.
For sure.
Anything I can learn, bro, it's exactly what I'm gonna spend my time doing.
And that's why a lot of people ask me, like, with my podcast, why I was like doing like dark history and stuff. They're like, I didn't know you were into that. To me, I was just saying, it's all it is about finding knowledge. So, like, yeah, like, anything I bring up on my podcast or just on my channel in general, like I said, it's not to, like, trigger anything. It's just always for knowledge. So yeah, I do believe that as long as we pursue knowledge, it's the best thing you can do.
It's the most fun part to do
That's
too.
And it's fun too. Yeah,
you just learn
true.
something that really just pique your interest. It's like you get to that point where you want to tell everybody, and it's just like everybody don't want to hear that right now, but you keep it to yourself, and then you find certain people who match your energy on it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't. You just keep that to yourself, but we gonna keep it pushing.
Yeah, it's very hard nowadays because we tell a lot of people things, and we just have to be careful who we talk to, because a lot of times we feel like we can trust everybody. And just be careful who you tell your very personal, confidential stuff, like your dreams and aspirations, because like your dreams could get shut down so easily. So
everybody don't have your best interests, but at the same time, you just also have to respect where people are at, because you didn't always meet people in the energy that you love to learn in. Like, we came from high school, it's just we have that high school energy. We're good like that. You know, we don't have knowledge under our belts as to, oh, this is what we used to talk about. That's why we became friends. It's like, you know, you just stay in your energy with the certain people that match your energy in that fashion. Because we have so many different ways in which we interact with people. Some people may think you funny. Some people may think you smart. But, you know, these are your avenues. These are what you're good at. This is what they expect from you. So give them what they want.
I like that. And don't be ashamed if you feel like the person who you are is like, it's not fitting in with other people. Like, cause me, like I said, when I was going to high school, I feel like I was really like, I don't know, people thought I was weird because I had a lot of anxiety, even though I was like, everyone thought I was cool, I guess, but I had a lot of anxiety. And that's just, yeah, that's something about me. Like, yeah, sometimes I would just like over talk, or I just, even with these podcasts, I'm always overthinking and I'm like, oh, I'm doing too much, or I'm adding too many things to it. So at the end of the day, it's just, yeah, we're always overthinking. At the end of the day, just take a deep breath and just know that there should be no pressure in life, you know?
Take your deep breaths.
Take them.
Yeah.
Woosah. It felt good. I ain't gonna rub them ears. Alright, so moving on to my next question. Do you find spirituality an important factor or driving force in your life? So like for me, for example, like me being Muslim, praying 5 times a day, some people think like I'm forced to pray, that like I'm gonna go to hell if I don't pray. No, I pray because it's my driving force. It's what gives me like, you know, that light.
I'm actually gonna touch on this topic in respects to every culture or religion out there. I love spirituality over religion because it just allows you to really feel your spirit, because you know there's something higher than you that you got, you know, a feeling, just something in your mind lets you know like just being here has to be a purpose or a reason behind that. So I don't actually get into a religious feeling because I feel like religion has been used in ways that have been good and bad. So I try to, you know, stay within myself and just feel like if I feel good about it, then it's good, you know? But there's so much you can learn just about being spiritual, bruh. Just even using different ways, like some people have holy water, some people use alcohol, bro. It's what's the Rastafarians, bro? They go crazy, but that's just what they do, and they feel higher. They feel a higher spiritual presence. That doesn't happen for everybody, but it's just showing you the ranges of what humans and emotions and what we can all go through.
That's interesting.
Spirituality it's up there.
Yeah, it's a very sensitive topic too, because a lot of people, they're always trying to find spirituality, and yeah, like people are like finding spirituality through all these different loopholes, and sometimes some loopholes can be very dangerous. But at the end of the day, like that's why our families were here, and the ones before us were here, our grandparents, like they showed us the way, you know. And I feel like with religion, I feel like the most beautiful thing that I got out of religion was spirituality. Like, so like me being Muslim, like I had to pray. I feel like I had to pray, I had to fast. I didn't understand everything, but the most beautiful aspect out of all that was spirituality. So I understand what you're saying. Like, yeah, people nowadays, they like literally throw away spirituality and they only focus on religion.
Bro, there's so many good ways to find like inspiration in almost every religion, bro. I get enveloped in just watching Kung Fu Panda because Master Oogway, my boy, he came with the hits.
Right,
just all the gems.
Hey, you ain't lying though. Kung Fu Panda, you ain't lying. Hey, they do drop some gems.
He was dropping all the gems. I ain't even gonna say anything.
Hey,
you know, we just gonna let them rock.
Hey.
We might throw them in the comments, you know.
We'll throw them a little shout out.
Yeah.
All right, so again, thank you so much, Brandon, for answering these questions. I feel like, you know, if you don't know who Brandon is, man,
now you know.
Now you know who he is. So
if you don't know,
now you know.
All right then.
All right, so we're gonna dive in a little bit more to our, like, I guess our statistics or my articles. You know, I always got to bring up articles and stuff before I get into my topic. So I just want to start off with this. So 48% of Americans believe that they are workaholics. So this statistic may not come as a surprise, but 48% of Americans consider themselves to be workaholics. Thousands of workers in the United States will spend over 4 hours working free every week. Who wants to work free? Would you work for free?
Depends on who I'm working for.
I got you. Makes sense. These
Because
same
work is work.
work is work, but
Like, think about it. Like, if you helping somebody you love, that's still work. You're not getting paid for it, but hey, it's out of the love that you do it.
He's right. You know what? It's true. Like my
You
mom,
working
I be
right
working for
now.
my mom. My mom be like, "Hey, go take out the trash." I'm like, "I'm working for free," you know. But my mom's like, "You're not working for free. I brought you to this world." You know.
Take care of those who take care of you.
Amen.
Somebody that makes you feel good. That's sometimes all it takes. Sometimes you don't need a monetary value to do good work.
Dropping them gems.
That's another gem.
Dropping
Damn.
them gems. That's too many gems. You dropping too many. I'll just play.
I'm a chill, you know. I gotta step back. I don't want to just.
Give it a little Curry step back. Hit with a little Curry step back.
I'm a whole.
All right.
You know.
Let's go back to our little boring article. So moving on to like these same workers will also spend the same amount of time worrying about work. So you're not only working for free, you're not only a workaholic, but you're also worrying about work. So again, it's just that trap. Anything you want to add to that?
It's a very big topic because you understand you got the math not mathing.
Count with me. I'm trying to learn my numbers.
You know, it's like how you work 5 days a week and you only get 2 off. That don't make no sense. How do you have time for family? How you got time for laundry? How you got time for anything in life, bro? I know you want to spend way more time on yourself than you do working for somebody else.
It's very true.
Unless you want to work for them.
It's very true.
If you just getting the monetary value out of it, that's different. You know, it's needed so you can take care of yourself, but that's just the way the system is set up. But in reality, like,
it's very true.
You want to work for people who you actually want to work for. They know your name. You're not just a number. There's so many different ways, bro. But
I liked how you said that because a lot of the jobs I've worked for, like, yeah, I put in a lot of work and I felt like they didn't even know who I was.
the CEO don't know your name.
Yeah,
It's just like,
that hit
all
home
right.
for me. That's a really interesting point, and I'm not gonna lie, that bothered me a lot. And I told you, like, I had a lot of anxiety and stuff, like growing up and stuff. So like a lot of these jobs gave me a lot of anxiety. A lot of my anxiety was born from these jobs. Like I never thought I had anxiety until I had to start working. And I'm not saying like, oh, like I hate working. I love working. Like I love putting in work. But it was just no one taught us how to handle anxiety. No one taught us how to handle.
That's just built into our society. But you know what's crazier too is that it's people who don't have good work ethics that you also end up working with that you wish was just more out there. Like you wish these CEOs knew their names too. Like, all right, this dude don't work hard. Like we got some history on that football field. We know who worked hard, we know who didn't. And that was just big. But at the end of the day, we all were one. You know, you weren't stronger than your weakest link, and that stood the test of times. Because win or lose, you know, if you put in the work and you knew that the people next to you had your back, you just carry yourself
That's
as
really
though
interesting.
you represent not only yourself but your family, your friends, the people that fought in them trenches with you. So
That's very true. And it just reminds me of the chapter from like the Quran, like talks about ants. Like he's saying like how like there are some people who don't have much, like who don't put as much work and stuff like that. But it's just crazy how like even ants itself, like every ant has its own obligation, but all together when they all do the job, at the end of the day, what he said is about the unity. It's about the aftermath, like this the coming together. And a lot of my podcasts, like the first 5 podcasts, that's what my theme was. It's just about coming together.
that's what a society that works together looks like. That's what success
looks like. Amen. All right, so 77% of Americans who work full-time have experienced burnout at their jobs. So out of 1,000 respondents on a work-life balance survey, 77% reported that they had experienced burnout at their current jobs at least once. So what is even more worrisome is that half of the respondents admitted that they had experienced work burnout more than once. So like sometimes even that one can be very it can trigger. Like I think I'm a victim of a burnout, but I feel like I'm young, so I told myself this is normal. Like, you know, this is what we have to go through. Like, you know.
Let me throw in this for you. This is a good question. So let's say you go to like Great America. I know they're closing, but you can get a burnout sensation just from walking around for so long, but you with family, you having a good time. But when you get back home, you want to pass out, you want to go to sleep, you want to just be chilling. But you can also get that same feeling from working, but it don't feel as good. So what would you rather spend your time doing? Getting burned out for work or spending time with the ones that you love?
I'd rather be on that roller coaster, to be honest, you know. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. Okay, I like that.
No disrespect to those who also get paid to do what they love, because that's still work, but everybody don't get that luxury. Like, my dad is one of those people. He loves to work, but he feels like a kid playing in dirt because he does construction, like demolition. So he's destroying stuff.
Destroying his body too.
No, he's sitting down, moving them trucks.
It's the trucking. Okay, for sure.
Oh yeah, he's getting it done. So, but that's what he loves to do. So that don't feel like work to him. So he can spend hours doing that, but that's not everybody's lifestyle.
That's another gem. That's what I'm saying. That's why we have to pursue what we love to do. Like, I know I'm not making money off this YouTube stuff, because it's a process to it. But I don't care about the money. This is about like the vibes, like coming together but imagine just finding something you love to do and getting paid for it. Like, I'd rather experience that than being burned out at a place where I'm worrying about going to work. Like, it's a lot. So my next bullet point was that most respondents noted that burnout was a result of unmanageable stress in the workplace, which then leads to a lower quality of work and eventually burnout. Hey, that's very true. I'm not gonna say any jobs that I worked at. I'm not gonna throw any jobs under the bus, but there are some jobs where I'm like, man, if they just would have had a system that can help us handle our anxiety and our stress. Literally, like, we're just being thrown in the jungle, and we're like.
So that's everything though. Class systems, bro. Like.
Yeah, you're right.
The whole structure of today's educational system was built so people could be industrial workers. So you got your desk lined up, you got bells that go off to let you know it's time to either take a break or it's time to study. That's not a good feeling, because we got so many different ways that people learn, from audio learning, visual learning. We don't cater to those specific aspects of just educating somebody. So just imagine you going to work. It may not be something that fits you. It's just a job that pays you well. So you trying to get it done, but it really don't fit who you are as a person. That happens to a lot of different people.
And I ask, is it worth it working at a place where it doesn't fit your energy? Because a lot of times, because my opinion, I feel like in order for you to achieve what you want to achieve, you have to match that energy in which you want. So I feel like a lot of times our energy is where it needs to be, but because we're going into these jobs and we have to make a living in these hard places, it's really difficult, trying to manage with all this stress, So moving on to my next bullet point in the article. So $190 billion has been spent to address both the physical and psychological effects of burnout. That's pretty crazy. $190 billion. We over here struggling to buy gas, but they over here spending $190 billion just trying to figure out this effects of burnout, when they could just give us that money and our burnouts will be over and done. Right?
That's tough, my boy. I don't know. You ever just be out here giving away money? It's not easy.
Hey, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
But when they got money like that, they could be taking people off the streets. You don't have to be homeless. You don't have to be hungry.
Very true.
But they'd rather study how you won't be hungry and still work 10 plus hours. And that's messed up.
That's real right there.
Work burnout is on the rise in America, so much that healthcare providers and psychologists are paying more attention to it. And the symptoms of work burnout are
feelings of exhaustion.
Or energy depletion, we got feelings of negativity in there.
It's so funny.
Distancing from the job too.
It's funny because we're trying to get a little back and forth going just for some comedy. That's why I'm laughing.
It's gonna be my podcast.
It's gonna be his podcast pretty soon. It's gonna be Brandon's voice. All right, so next bullet point.
The voices, we all
the
together.
Voices, facts. Yeah. The voices, they come together. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Business.
Article's almost done, I promise. I just feel like this is really important because it has everything that we're talking about. All right, so why is work-life balance important? Work-life balance is critical for several reasons. Employees who do not have a work-life balance tend to burn out more quickly than those with a balanced schedule. But those with a healthy balance have more motivation and are more productive at work. So again, balance, a simple balance can really change the whole game. All right, so next bullet point was having a healthy work-life balance is essential for one's health and well-being. Working over 40 hours a week can be stressful, but it can be even more stressful to try and balance a family life with demanding job responsibilities. So overall, if you're coping or like just juggling all these things at home and you're working 40 hours a week, you probably a workaholic.
Bitch better have my honey.
Right? I ain't like want to call no names or like.
Hey, we don't got to, because that's everybody.
Hey, we all workaholic. I think that's a good thing. So I think it's a good thing. All right, so
some people are alcoholics. Some people are weedaholics.
Very true.
Everybody a workaholic.
Hey, everybody got that workaholic in them.
Somehow you gotta work, and if you don't work, probably sitting at home playing 2K or something.
Going crazy.
Hey, those be the best ones at 2K.
Hey, losing their brain cells playing it too.
For real.
My next bullet point was having a healthy work-life balance will also give you more time to spend with your family. You will also have more time to do things you love, such as fun hobbies like painting or hiking and all that good stuff. So me, it's like podcasting and doing this YouTube stuff, but working 5 days, 6 days a week. It's hard. Like I still manage to do these videos and do these editing, but like I wish I had more time because like I feel like my quality could be so much more better. So that was the end of the article right there. And now it's going to be pretty much topic time. So I'm trying to...
Let me just touch on that point though.
Please do. Please do.
Make sure y'all get some different sources of income. That's big, because if you ain't got a lifestyle that supplies,
it's very true.
And you just gonna keep working. And if you just keep putting your money towards things that, of course it feels good to put your money towards things that benefits you, but sometimes you just gotta make a small sacrifice here or there. Develop some different sources of income. Please.
It's hard though. It does sound kind of hard. That's why everybody just does Uber and like.
It's possible.
But it's possible. That is very true. There's a lot of wealth out there. It's just I feel like we just give up and we think that we're just not capable of receiving it. So I think that's where we mess up.
But if you do the hard work now, you won't have to do it later.
Hallelujah. What is a balanced life to you, Brandon?
Imbalance.
I never know what you're gonna say. I swear.
It's just real to feel like you shouldn't have to work, but people gotta work. You should be spending time doing the stuff that you want to do, even if it's something that you have to do. But I just don't feel like working for a paycheck. I think our time is worth more than $20 an hour, $50 an hour.
That's very true.
Our time is worth way more than that. So
and we could do so much more. And I feel like that's why everybody's like nowadays we're like, what's so different about back then and now? Like, why have we lost touch with like, I don't know, with that spark that we used to have. I think that's what it is. I feel like
it was some different times.
Just different
Americans
times.
used to just be proud to work.
Very proud.
But now it's like, oh no, you're not about to get me to work for you, and you downsizing me. You downplaying me, talking down to me. I'm cool
That's
off
all.
of you. I'm gonna go do that somewhere else. I'm gonna work for Chick-fil-A. I'm swinging chicken.
Hey, I'm cool with Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is I'm
Fire.
always fire. Next question: how do you juggle life, family, hobbies, all in one bubble? Like
You don't.
Just don't.
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you get these random bursts of energy where it's like, hey,
them
you
random
call your
bursts of
people.
energy.
You're like, hey, everybody pull up. Only a certain few can, because they probably in that work strut too. It's hard, but you do your best if you really care about the people around you. So
Facts right there. Appreciate you saying that. Next question: do you believe networking with people is a good way to balance your life? Because like we often do things on our own, and like we think like being such like like they say introverts. Is that what they say? Introverts, being introverted will like make things easier for you, bring more balance. But I feel like being out there, being more vulnerable, and like do you think that can help bring more balance?
I'm gonna talk about Nipsey real quick.
Nipsey.
Because this man said
R.I.P.
he doesn't surround himself with anybody that's not smarter than him. So if we're talking about networking, it's like you do want to have people around you that are smarter than you, because then it just puts you in an environment in which all you can do is grow, because that's the type of information that just happens naturally. But we all have our people who we respect where they're at too, like just knowing where their energy is. It's like high school energy, just knowing, hey, I really connected with you back then. I'm gonna have that same love for you now, but you don't expect too much from them until they show you. And you don't need them to, because you just respect that at least they're bringing positivity into your life. So as far as networking, if you can surround yourself with people that are just intelligent, people that carry themselves or have done things successfully, that's key right there.
That's key.
Some people can try and tell you so much about some things they have not done.
Things they haven't done, and
they want you to actually follow in their steps.
Oh man,
they may think they helping you, or they just probably don't want to help you. They may not have your best intentions at heart.
It's very interesting, because I did bring up on my podcast with Calvin last time that our identity clashes with culture, and sometimes with our culture being showed today, I think what's being emphasized is non-success, even though they're making a lot of money. I'm not trying to say this in a mean way, but a lot of times the people who are being highlighted on mainstream, they just
put this false idea of what success looks like.
Absolutely.
And you just got to figure out what success looks like to you, because there's people all over the world that think, success may even just be a pair of shoes on your feet.
Hey man,
that's real.
I appreciate you saying that, man. I love podcasts. I recommend just talking to people, because I was just telling them, just being in here and just talking and just, like I said, just hearing what people have to say, it's really empowering. But last question from my brother Brandon: do you believe that those who keep balance in their life flourish and do remarkable things, or do you believe that the world is stopping them from doing so? I just want to say, just say that again, the world is consistently trying to throw off our balance, with the food that we eat, with the media that we see, with the clothes that we wear. It's we're consistently, there's a balance. There's a psychological balance, a spiritual balance, a physical balance. There's all these balances that are being targeted, just to make sure that we don't flourish. Do you believe that?
It just depends on what your idea of balance looks like. Some people think having structure or just doing the same things over and over again successfully, it's still, that's the definition of insanity. So somebody that can take you out of your element, like a relationship with somebody, can show you you have to step out of your comfort zone at times.
It's very true. Comfort zone could be a very hard place to get out of too.
And you have to build a balance there too. So it's wherever you can build a balance is good, as long as it's healthy and beneficial for you.
Amen.
But it's not always the best. Some people function so much better in situations where it's an imbalance. You get some of the best work results out of people, but then you can get that burnout. So
that burnout, that's what this whole podcast is about. But
you gotta have it just varies. So you have to find that balance, and in reality, it's just understanding where you are and how you can network with certain people that will elevate you. So
elevation at the end of the day. All right, thank you so much, Brandon, for coming here. Seriously, man,
feel me? We out here.
We are out here, and thank you guys so much for watching. And I was actually telling Brandon, I think I'm trying to do a Skyline reunion. I don't know how many people I'm gonna bring. I think at least 8 people. I'm trying to get as much mics as possible, but yeah, I'm trying to bring a little Skyline, because I don't know if we're supposed to do a Skyline reunion for 2015 coming up, but if anyone has any information about that, please let me know. If you went to Skyline, Mr. Anderson, if you have his number, send that to me. I'm trying to get something going. That'd be really nice. But yeah, I'll let everybody go. Brandon has to go home. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to get you back here sometime. All right, farewell everybody. Have a beautiful day or night.
Cheers.
Thank you guys.